Sorry. Yes, I was supposed to upload this like what, 2 days ago. I'm doing it now, but guess what? I'm doing it. All right. So, yeah, it's Labor Day weekend. I want to do some barbecue, but hey, I got to film this video, right? Thanks a lot. So, yeah, today we're going to be doing Mercury in the 8th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. And what happens when Mercury, Buddha, is sitting in the 8th house, Ashtam Stan, in your D9 Navamsa, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology, which is related to pretty much, your inner strength of your planets, your married life, your bhagya, second half of life. I mean, it's very important chart. So, and if you do not know, if you have Mercury in the 8th house of your D9 divisional chart, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, which I'm now down to the last 7 lessons. Yeah. Finally, after 1 year and 1 month, I'll be finished with all the lessons. But the good thing is that when you join it, now you'll have all the lessons available. So yeah. So anyway, let's talk about Mercury in the 8th house of D9 Navamsa. So, Mercury in the 8th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. 8th house, as you know, represents the longevity of marriage. 8th house represents your joint assets. 8th house represents the secrecy within the marriage, the secrets of the marriage, the hidden treasures of the marriage. Okay? And it's pretty much the life after marriage. It is the life after marriage. Many of us look at our 7th house. Oh, how's my 7th house? Oh my God, my marriage is going to be bad. 7th house is just the initiation of the marriage. The life, how is it that your married life is going to be the 8th house. Always remember that. So in this, I actually learned something very important from Mark Boney. And what he said is this. And once he said this, I wanted to actually test it on 50 charts. I couldn't, just got lazy or just didn't have the patience, but I tested it on 16, 17 charts. Whenever I got those charts in my reading, I asked that particular question. If I knew somebody whose reading I had saved in my software, I emailed them back. But Mercury in the 8th house of not just Navamsa, but any divisional chart is one of the best placements to have. Mercury does wonders in the 8th house. It is something that is also, and this is something that Mark Boney presented to us with research on Iringati. No, wait, not him. What is that? Iyer. What's his name? Iringati Iyer? Hold on, let me see. Oh my God. I forgot his name. Iringati, Sri Shaddi Iyer. Sorry. I'm thinking of the Jaimini scholar. No, Sri Shaddi Iyer. So Mark Boney did a research on what he said in his book, and he found excellent results. So I'm like, okay, well, me being a student of him, I got to do what he does. I got to test it out on my own as well. And it was really, especially the effects of, now here's the thing. You can't have Mercury in the 8th house and say, oh, I've had the worst marriage ever. Well, what dasha are you going through? How's your Venus? Okay, because when the charts that I tested, specifically the Antar Dasha, meaning the sub-period of Mercury, which is known as the time cycle of Dasha in Vedic astrology, or the major period of Mercury, which is 17 years long, they actually had the most prosperous, events happen in terms of their marriage, and especially joint assets and money, like gaining money through investments, gaining money through lottery, gaining money through like some sort of a speculative win, getting money through insurance. And Mercury in the 8th house gives great communication, like especially the husband and wife will be very secretive and communicative with each other, and they will scheme behind the scenes against the world. That's what happens. Like if, let's say you want to know about what's happening with this couple, well, this couple is actually working on wanting to know about you. Like they are their own little gang. that occurs with this, and a lot of interaction with, family of the spouse, and interaction with their family. Even if Mercury is like in a bad placement, let's say Mercury is in Scorpio, which is one of the harshest placements for Mercury, even then Mercury will give great results. This is sixth house and eighth house of Mercury, especially the eighth house, is known to be excellent in terms of getting rise in life, in terms of dealing with negotiations and communications, and keeping accounts of things. Because Mercury is an accountant. Eighth house is other people's assets and money. It's your joint assets. So one has the ability to really increase their assets in life. See, I have to shoot in my office, and my kids are running around because, of course, it's Labor Day and the school is off today. Thanks a lot, Obama. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do my readings today because they're like running around, and I'm like, Brahma! Welcome to my life. The other thing you will notice is that with this particular placement, there will be you will have very loopy, lost, nonsensical conversations with your family and interaction with your family after marriage, or especially in your second half of life. And this is not something that I've learned from Mark Money. This is something else that I'm talking about now. Mercury most definitely gives great interest towards speculative gains, gaining through hidden sources, sports betting, under the table betting. One becomes very clever and good at those things. And of course, Mercury gives natural interest towards occult and mysticism and hidden knowledge in the eighth house. Actually, any planet in the eighth house will give natural interest in it, but you got to understand, Saturn and Mars are one of those placements that can question the occult, that can question mysticism. Especially when they're not well placed. A person will question, like, what is this astrology and all this crap, this numerology and all that, you guys are keep believing in nonsense. They're gonna do that. Because they need to find an actual physical, visible logic. And actually, I will tell you this: whoever questions astrology like that can become the greatest astrologer if they were to just learn it. If they were to just went to prove it wrong, I'm going to learn it, I want to prove it wrong, they'll actually become the greatest astrologer because they want concrete evidence. But anyway, that's another subject. But Mercury in the eighth house definitely makes you and your life of marriage a business, and not in terms of a bad thing as a business, but both of you know the value of saving money, investing money, growing money. And especially if you go through Mercury Dasha, it's, and if you have this Mercury, please do let me know. This is like the greatest test that I can do. Instead of like using the 15 charts, I can probably get 200 charts from you. So if you have Mercury in the 8th house, and let's say it's not with any malefic planets, and you went through its dasha, what your age, and you can't say this when you're 20, you're too young. You have to live your life with this particular Mercury, but especially with Navamsa Mercury, I would rather have this from people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s than somebody who's a teenager or in their 20s. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you want to know where your particular Mercury is, all your astrological details, my books, reverse consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.